It's the deciding game of the series as the Air Force Academy Falcons and the California Baptist University Lancers meet in the final home game of the season here at the United States Air Force Academy. A very happy Valentine's Day to all the special ladies in our life, and for the record, it's 9 below up here at the Academy. The Falcons and Lancers split the first two games, the Falcons taking the opener in a double overtime, and the Lancers winning game 2, courtesy of taking advantage of the power play as they went 6 for 11 in that category. The Falcons and CBU will have 2 more games, and it'll actually be taking place next week as the Falcons will be heading west to take on the Lancers in their home pool. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with my broadcast partner, Jimbo Doherty. And Jimbo, we've seen a very exciting weekend on both sides. Senior Day, of course, being yesterday, but more importantly, the Falcons winning the first game, which gives them a bye in the WWBA Water Polo Championships. We are getting both teams on the side of the pool. Some notes we want to talk about power plays. CBU is 9 for 16 in that category for 56% in the series. Air Force has only been able to convert 5 of 12 for 42%. They are introducing both rosters right now. So let's run down some of the numbers that Dave Toller has provided for us. Grant Snyder has had 9 points in this series so far, 3 goals and 6 assists. Campbell Harris, 7 goals for 7 points. For the Lancers, the top man in the scoring department for both sides has been P.J. McDonough. 8 goals and 2 assists. He has 10 points. And Hunter Barnett, who we really haven't had a chance to talk about coming into this series, but he certainly has been making his presence felt. He has had 6 points courtesy of 6 goals. There will be a change in goal for the Falcons today. Anthony Tolbert will be between the pipes today, and he had 2 saves yesterday. And of course, no surprise who will be goaltending for California Baptist. That is going to be Gabe Thorne. He's had 20 saves in 2 games. Going back to the WWPA tournament, March 5th through the 7th, we mentioned that Air Force will have a bye, and it'll be CBU and Loyola Marymount who'll be contesting in the first game. The Falcons, the last time that they won the tournament, well, you have to go back to 2012, and of course it was that year that the Falcons also qualified for the NCAA tournament. Jimbo, that's pretty much the tale of the tape. Of course, this is also the last home game for the seniors, something we neglected to mention yesterday. But how much emotion do you think is carrying over from yesterday, knowing that this is the last time that the seniors will be here at the Natatorium?
Well, I think I think it's going to be a big game, especially for the seniors being the last time they're going to be playing at the Falcon Stadium. I know they're going to get in there and they're going to play their best.
Starting lineups for Air Force right now, as we mentioned, Anthony Tolbert will get the start in goal. Grant Snyder, number 2. Sam Fuller, number 8. Alex Herjoy, number 12. Henry Yabbitt, who was certainly the star of the show in Game 1, wearing number 13. Jason Hires, 16, and Campbell Harris, number 21, the co-captain. Had a chance to exchange pleasantries with him just prior to the start of the match. The Falcons, of course, coached by Ryan Brown in his 3rd year, Alan Hutkins and Rich McKee, the assistant coaches for the Falcons. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the opening sprint between Air Force and CBU. This is Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. From the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy, along with Jimbo Doherty, I'm Jeffrey Orman. Game 3 of this series between California Baptist University and the United States Air Force Academy, but it will not be the last time that these two teams play. As we have mentioned throughout the weekend, these teams will meet in Riverside next weekend. The last 3 games for Air Force will be against the Lancers, and then they'll finish it off with Pepperdine before we move into WWPA postseason play. Well, you know, it was interesting, Jimbo. I asked one of the comments that you made yesterday during the broadcast regarding the penalty, the power plays. I mentioned that to Ryan Brown, saying they might be swimming some laps on Monday, and he said, that's quite possible. Translation, I think they're going to have a workout tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I heard Coach Brown talk about their game plan this time around, and stopping their 6-on-5 is definitely going to be extremely important in getting this victory today.
Well, I think that's it. As we mentioned a little bit earlier in some of our game notes, the Lancers are 56% in power plays in this series thus far, as they have gone 9 for 16, and Air Force at 42%. As they are at 5 for 12. We take a look at the Falcons as they're ready to get into the pool and get things started. First man in is the goalie. That will be Anthony Tolbert. As we mentioned, he had 2 saves yesterday. And I think this is pretty much, as I understand it, Jimbo, the procedure that Coach Brown wants to do. He likes to look at a lot of goalies. Of course, the man who's been getting most of the work has been A.J. Kuipers, and he was the man that started in the goal for the Falcons in Game 1. But he likes to move the goalies around a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. He likes to move every player around. I mean, it's always good seeing which player fits best in which spot, you know. So he likes to test out different people at different positions. And definitely mix matching those people too to see which combination works best.
Taking a look at some of the Lancers as they get into the pool. Number 6, Caleb Taroka. Number 7, Hunter Barnett getting in. No surprise who's in the goal. That is going to be Gabe Thorne, as we are just about ready to go in the third and final game, the last home game for the seniors here at the Air Force Academy. And you know that maybe some of that emotion from yesterday's senior day might carry over for today. But one thing I think both teams want to do is they certainly want to get that intensity level, because right now you have to start thinking a little bit about the postseason. Ball is in the water, and it is taken away by Air Force. And once again, Grant Snyder wins the sprint. And we'll see how the Falcons will deploy here on the offensive side. Doesn't look like there's been any real changes, Jimbo, as far as what both sides want to do, unless there's some real subtleties there.
Well, you see the same thing. We got one driving across. That was Henry Yavitt driving over to the 5 spot. We have Campbell Harris set into the 4-5. So it looks about the same strategy there. And
the first shot, Alex Herjo, I believe, took the first shot, and that is going to be wide left. And here come the Lancers on the attack. Just underway on Valentine's Day, +9 below 0. And we have our first whistle, and that is going to be an exclusion, and that is going to bring Alex Herjoy. And here we go, power play again.
Yep.
Once again, a 6-on-5 for the Lancers. And they have done so well, as we have chronicled in our pregame. Again, they'll fire from the right side. It hits the top of the cage, rebounds right back out to the Lancers. This pass a little bit too high. Here is a scramble for it. A little backhand pass inside. Plenty of time on the shot clock. We have a whistle. They play on, play on. Trying to dump it down low. There's a shot, and it goes wide left. First shot for the Lancers being taken by number 9. Let me check that cap number again. That's number 5. That's P.J. McDonough, the leading scorer in this series. Here come the Falcons with an attempt to perhaps get something up on the board. I think they tried to center it. Here's Sam Fuller, who picks it up. Sam drifting back.
There's Alex Sergio with a drive down to the 5 post. Sam's going to take a shot.
And no surprise, Thorne gets that right hand out there and knocks it away. And the Lancers seem to like to attack from the right side of the goal. That's been pretty much their MO throughout this entire series. Sending it, throwing off to the right side. You hear Thorne calling the time remaining. There's a shot and a score, and the Lancers get on the scoreboard first.
Yeah, you saw number 20 there try to get an opening, and he drove right down through the middle, opened up a little pocket, which was a little space for him to shoot. That was a good play by CBU.
And, of course, that is Zach Lowry. And CBU gets on the board first, and it's 1-0 here in the first period. I'm Jeffrey Orman, Jimbo Doherty, our Falcon Vision crew, Dave Toller manning the cameras and the stats, Brandon Idle, our director. And let's give a special thanks to the Air Force Academy head coach Ryan Brown for giving us the burritos today. One thing media people like to do, Jimbo, is we like to eat, and we've got the bodies to prove it, too.
I'm sure.
Welcome to our side, Henry Yevitt. And we have a whistle.
It's going to be an exclusion on number 20. Grant Snyder drawing that ejection.
And that is going to take Zach Lowry out. So let's see if the Falcons can take advantage of the power play. They'll just be playing catch outside on that right side. Try to center. Now the time is 8 seconds. And a shot. It's good, but I'm not sure it's going to be allowed.
The foul was called before the shot,
okay.
So Grant Snyder's going to get the ball again, looking for Campbell.
2 seconds, and it bounces off the side of the goal. How many times did we see that in Game 2 yesterday? Lancers with a 1-0 lead. Coming on the attack, they try to center and a shot and a score, and a nice pass and a nice shot by P.J. McDonough. And it's now 2-0 in favor of the Lancers from CBU. They executed that beautifully.
Yeah, one thing Coach Brown emphasized before the game, Jeffrey, was stopping that 1-2 side. We saw a lot of shots coming from the 1-2 side yesterday. I believe number 5 and number 20 on CBU were their main scorers. So one of the things they want to do is shut down that 1-2 side. And
well, McDonough and Lowry were the 1-2 punch, and I'll tell you, the guy that, as we have another whistle.
It's another ejection from center there. Campbell Harris drawing that one.
Well, now the Falcons got to take advantage of the power play situation. It's a 6-on-5. 19 seconds on the shot clock. And here's an opportunity, a shot and a score, and the Falcons are on the board. Campbell Harris puts it on the right corner.
Yeah, being a lefty on that 2-post, you got to watch out for the step out.
2 players coming out of the pool for Air Force, and that looks like that's going to be Herb Joy and Jason Hires that are out. So Ryan Brown making a substitution. Ian Shepard, I think, is one of the people in, and Gavin Jones will come into the match now for Air Force. Look at the pressure being put on by Sam Fuller. My goodness. Little bit of a press, if you will.
It's going to be Grant Snyder getting ejected there. Number 2 on CBU drawing that one.
Again, a power play opportunity. Well, I'll tell you what, this first quarter has been power play opportunities, it seems. Center.
It's a good steal by Gavin Jones there.
Sure was.
He got right in that lane from that one pass.
That means Grant Snyder can re-enter the pool, and here he comes, number 2 up the pool side.
Looks like he's got a leg up on his defender, too.
Looks like Matt Olson is chasing him. Falcons trying for the
Tannis.
equalizer, and they do.
Over Air Force number 5, Corey Tannis.
Tannis scores, and the Falcons, after going down 2-0, now have a minor run. They have now scored the last 2 goals, and we're tied at 2. This has been a fun series to watch, folks. I don't think there are too many secrets between these two teams after 3 games, and of course they'll play each other twice more next week in Riverside. Once again, the Lancers working out to the strong side. I think they're trying to center.
You see a lot of movement on that 1-2 side trying to get the ball over there. That's where their shooters are. It's going to be an offensive call there on number 7.
And Anthony
looks like Ian Shepard's got the break on his defender there.
Anthony Tolbert clearing it for Air Force. Yabbitt. Shepard back to Yabbitt.
Henry Yabbitt taking it inside the 2.
Oh, there was a sweet play there. A nice dump in.
Unfortunately, that's going to be an offensive call on Sam Fuller.
Sam had the look he wanted. That was just a simple little flip into the net, but being disallowed. Now we've got a race for the ball. Again, they work that right side.
CBU is going to be up a man here on the offensive end.
There's a shot blocked.
Good shot block by Corey Tanis. Sam Fuller's going to be up on the other side of the pool here.
Oh, they've got a great break here. We got a possible one-on-one. The shot and the score.
That's a goal for Air Force number 8, Sam Fuller.
Sam Fuller. Oh, they had a dandy one-on-one. Oh, they executed that fast break, if you will, very, very well. And the Falcons have scored the last 3 goals, and they go ahead for the first time this morning, 3-2. You know, they did work on that on practice on Friday, and it paid off on that series. Falcons lead it 3-2 here at the Natatorium. We're in the first period, 2.5 left to play in quarter number 1. Well, if the Falcons could get a few more of those. Cole Copperwood now checking in, wearing the number 10 cap. Try to dump it inside, and a nice block.
It's going to be inside the 2 meters for CBU. Air Force ball down the other end. Ian Shepard once again getting in front of his defender. Gavin Jones looking for the middle.
Well, they might have a look. Ball slips away, and Thorne is going to pick it up.
It was a good look. Unfortunately, CBU's defender was there to take the ball away from him.
That's one of the things we talked about this prior in game 1. Ryan Brown saying that the Falcons, one of the things they're doing better this year is that they are creating the opportunities. But of course, finish.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jeffrey. The Air Force team is out of. And there's a goal by number 5, I believe.
That man again. P.J. McDonough. He has had himself a series, folks. Substitution in for Air Force, and I think that is Christie who is coming in, wearing the number 4 on the cap. Ian Christie out of San Anselmo, California. And he gets the touch right here.
Looks like Corey Tanis is going to set to the 1-2 side, so Grant Snyder driving down into the middle there.
Now, Joseph Griffin was playing on him and then decided he was going to play off of him, so I don't know if that was done by design, if there's a breakdown in the defensive situation. Here's a shot a little bit too wide, a little too high as well. Gavin Jones letting fly. Pair of threes up on the board as the Lancers come up. There's a lot of activity down low, I'll tell you right now. They've got there's a shot into the left corner, and I think that might be number 20. We'll see who they credit it to. Zach Lowry, I think, got it. It is indeed.
Number 20 there.
Zach Lowry puts CBU on top by the score of 4-3.
With 44 seconds left in the first period, Coach Brown definitely wants to tie the game up here before coming into the second quarter.
Copperroot out there.
He's got Campbell Harris now in the game.
Yep.
2 lefties on that 4-5 side should be a good opportunity for the Falcons.
Pressure being put on by the Lancers on the backside of the pool.
It's going to be an ejection on Ian Christie's defender there.
Here is a shot and a chance for Cupperwood to possibly do something. He's getting near the cage. Air Force trying to take advantage of a power play opportunity.
Campbell Harris looking like he wants to step out. Gavin Jones at the post.
Throws it back out to Christie. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 16 on the quarter clock, on the game clock. Here is a shot. They try to go inside. They were trying to go to Campbell. Tried to dump it down low to Campbell. And time will expire here in the first quarter as we have a 4-3 game at the end of one. Colorado, I knew I was going to say that eventually. California Baptist University. The Lancers lead it after one, 4-3. You're watching Air Force Academy Water Polo on Falcon Vision. Getting ready to start the second quarter here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Jimbo Doherty. Jimbo, we've been talking a little bit about the power plays in this series and certainly in this game some very interesting numbers here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last game yesterday, CBU converted 6 for their 9 power plays. And today we see them with 0 conversions on their 6-on-5s out of their 2 they've had so far, with Air Force having 1 goal from their 3 power plays. So we're going to need to see a lot more conversions if Air Force is going to pull out the win today.
There's no doubt about that. When you are given an opportunity, you have to take it. There's no doubt about it. I don't care what sport it is. Somebody hands you the opportunity, you've got to seize the moment. Getting ready for the second quarter. And it appears that Grant Snyder will be attempting to win the sprint against Caleb Taroka. It'll be Grant who's got it, and here go the Falcons here in the second quarter of play. Campbell Harris is out there. Alex Herjoy back in the lineup.
Here's a drive across from Campbell. He's going to try to set on that 1-2 side.
Double teaming.
Ball now at 3 with Jason Hires. Grant Snyder's going to attack the drop here.
They've got 7 seconds left to go. Grant had an idea, thinks better of it. He's going to wants to get a little bit closer, and he's going to fire and score.
That's just the classic Grant move right there. He turns his defender, weaves in and out, pulls out the goal.
Pair of 4 is up now. Grant Snyder, #1 scorer in the nation as far as points is concerned. Gets another one here. And the Falcons have tied it up 4-4 as we're just underway here in the second quarter. From the natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy, final home game for the seniors.
You can see how hard they're pressing on defense on that 1-2 side. They really want to stop that ball from getting there. It's going to set now.
Looks like we almost had a steal by Air Force, and I think we do.
Jason Hires is the ejection.
Yep. Well, once again, the Lancers, as we pointed out, 0 for 2 in power plays. Falcons like to keep that going. You have a chance to take the lead here as we are tied at 4. It's been a low-scoring affair thus far.
See some good movement on the 6-on-5 for CBU. Air Force is going to steal the ball again. That's going to be 0 for 3 ejections for CBU.
And I think that was Sam Fuller who kind of knocked that ball away from what I saw there, Jimbo, if I'm looking at that cap correctly.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play by Sam there. Henry Yava with the ball at the 5. Looking for Grant Snyder up top.
See if Grant will do another patented move towards that goal. He waves that ball around as though he wants to do something. Instead, he wants to dump it down low. There's a scramble, and the Air Force had an opportunity, still does, and now Thorne reaches in there and takes it away. Gavin Jones looked like he had a shot at it, Jimbo, but the ball might have just gotten out of his hands. And, well, of course, Thorne, he's right there. He's going to take the Pilata out of the water.
There's the ball being set again. Anthony Tolbert got a little piece of that one. Looks like we're going to now be up with Grant Snyder in front of his defender here, coming to offense.
And here comes the pass to Grant Snyder. Grant.
Looks like Sam Fuller and Campbell Harris with a 2-on-1 on that 1-2 side.
See if they can make that work. Shot is blocked.
Gavin Jones recovers the ball there. Henry Yavit at the 4 spot.
Yavit will throw it over to the left side now. And they'll dump it down to Snyder. Trying
Gavin
to get somebody
Jones
to break
driving
towards
into the
pole.
post.
Yep, trying to break towards the pole, towards the goal there. 13 on the shot clock, no reason to panic.
Campbell Harris with good position here.
Now they're going to have to start thinking about getting a shot off here, and there's a shot, and Thorne gets a piece of that one, gets those big hands up.
Looks like CBU is going to be up on the other end here with Campbell Harris trailing behind his defender.
And they'll pretty much work that ball around the perimeter. A lot of attention being paid to the middle.
You can see CBU definitely working for that center position.
That's pretty much been their MO, and they might have an exclusion. Yep.
Here's Sam Fuller getting ejected from the center defender spot. CBU with another 6-on-5.
Falcons will have to tighten the screws on the defense. Ball being thrown out now to Caleb Taroka.
CBU looks like they are shifting up top into a 3-3.
There's a shot and knocked away. Ball is loose, and they get it right back. So get a chance to reload.
Looks like Cole Copperhead came in there for Sam Fuller.
Falcons tightening up on the defense. I think one of the things that we noticed in certainly game 1 was how tight they play that D. They want to go down low. There's a scramble for
there.
it. Yep, and I think the ball, and Air Force has got it.
And it looks like we are also going to be up on the other end with the CBU center trailing behind Gavin Jones.
All right, here comes the
Gavin
pass.
Jones open in the middle there. Looking for that 2-on-1 on the 1-2 side with Cole Copperhead now.
Inside the 5 meters spot. Air Force being patient. Now they've got 9 seconds, and here is a shot, and he caught the corner.
Alex Surjoy with a beautiful shot there.
And the Falcons go up top by the score of 5-4. I think Alex Surjoy, second goal, and I'm doing this all off the top of my head, which is very dangerous. I think he's had 2 so far this series. I think Alex got 1 in the first game. Substitutions in now for the Falcons. I think Corey Tanis now enters the pool.
It looks like CBU has put a different goalie in there. Subbed out Gabe Thorne.
Well, if that is the case, it'll either, I think it'll be Tristan Fellberg. Let's see if they've got 1A, that'll be Fellberg. Either that or Cabot Ferguson. Trevor Benji, who is listed on the pro, he did not make the trip, I don't believe, so.
CBU working that 4-5 drop. Angel Sanchez coming up top. Getting a look at it.
Boy, a lot of activity, and there's a shot in the equalizer there.
It's number 11 getting the shot off there.
Joseph Griffin, I think, got the score.
That was a good look. You saw number 11 getting inside water on Gavin Jones, a center defender there, and it worked out for him.
5-5. This was almost a carbon copy of the first game, Jimbo. I mean, ties. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be another squeaker like we had in the first game. And
I think that's what it's shaping up to be.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is.
Here's Cole driving down to the 5. He's trying to look into center there.
Cole Copperrood really getting some pressure. Now ball being knocked around. Gavin Jones off to Ian Shepard, even.
Gavin Jones at the 3, attacking that drop.
Shot, hits the goal.
There's Grant Snyder recovering the ball over there at the 1 spot.
Excellent play there. Get the rebound, and you get a fresh 30 on the shot clock.
Grant going for that signature turn of his. Looking over to that 4-5 side, trying to get the ball in the center there. Now there's going to be a 4-5 drop.
There's Copperrood waving that ball, trying to center, and there's a shot, and it's too high. It hits the left and goes over to the adjoining pool to the right.
Gavin Jones with an unlucky streak of shots there.
Ball winding up in lane 1 over there. So here come the Lancers as they try to break the tie. They have an opportunity. It looked like they had a good look.
Ian Shepard tipping that ball away. That was some really good defense by Ian there.
Cole Copperrood will recover the loose ball, and here come the Falcons, a 2-on-2 down the pool. Cole wants to keep it.
Gavin Jones open in the middle of the pool.
And he fires, and it's too wide. Getting a little physical there in the water, methinks.
Well, that's the name of the game, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. There's
Angel
a shot knocked away. Tolbert with a good play there. Anthony making a save.
Angel tried to surprise him with the no look, but fortunately, Anthony, he was ready for it. Number 11 setting towards that 4-5 side again. You got the 4-5 drop from Air Force defense.
Keep dropping down that right side of the pool. And, of course, he'll try to go to the center. Haven't seen too many shots from the side.
Angel with the ball again.
And an attempted steal as they tried to steal it from behind. 5 on the shot clock. Ball knocked away. And here come the Falcons. Anthony Tolbert unofficially, I think, well, I'm not even going to try and go there. We mentioned he had 2 yesterday. He's got at least 3 today, I believe.
Cole Copperrood on the 4-5 side looking for a look in the
Copperrood
shoots, but it's no good.
Never really got a lot behind that. Didn't get the velocity that he wanted, and the ball will be recovered by, we think it'll be Trevor Fellberg wearing the 1A cap. Off they go to the right side to Joseph Starr.
Ian Shepard playing center defender there. Number 11 breaks away.
7 shot
and a really quick and nice shot from number 11 on the CBU.
That is Joseph Griffin. And he was really, that was almost a point blank shot, and now CBU goes up on top by the score of 6-5. And folks, fast moving match here.
Air Force doesn't look too happy with that goal.
Now they got in a little bit too close there. That was a gimme, as it looks like we'll have 3 players leaving the pool for Air Force.
Campbell Harris now going to be the center for Air Force. Ian Christie on that 4-5 side.
48 seconds left to go. There's Christie in possession of the ball, trying to keep it out of reach of number 7. That is Hunter Barnett. Down to the right side they go. That is Alex Herjoy. Herjoy has a gold this morning.
Looking for Jason Hires on that 1-2 drive. That's going to be a 5-meter drawn by Jason Hires on number 7 for the CBU team. Looks like Campbell Harris is going to take this 5-meter shot.
That'll be our first penalty shot of the day. We haven't had very many of them in this series. Campbell, I think, is 1 for 1 in the penalty shots. He had one, I believe, yesterday. Waiting for the whistle. So it is going to be Campbell Harris. Here's the shot and a score.
A nice and quick shot. And you saw how much power was behind that. It went right through the goalie's hand.
And once again, the match is tied. Should be a pair of 6s up there.
Cruz checking into the game for the first time today.
Here's Jack Alexander getting subbed in. That's one of our seniors.
I think Sam De La Cruz, I believe, also getting in there, number 14. Pair of 6s up on the board. 15 seconds left to play before the intermission. Falcons get the steal. And they're going to have to hurry. 9 seconds. Tolbert will hold it. Doesn't want to do anything too risky. Let's see who gets the final shot of the half. They've got the opportunity. However, the buzzer sounds, and we are going to go into the intermission with a pair of 6s on the board. Air Force and California Baptist University with a pair of 6s up in a fairly low-scoring affair. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime numbers when we return right after this. You're watching Air Force Academy Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Getting ready to start the second half here at the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Jimbo Doherty. Let's take a look at some of the halftime numbers. Big series here at the Air Force Academy, P.J. McDonough.
Yeah, and a big game today, too.
He sure has. All right, here come the Air Force Academy Falcons. Sam Fuller, Grant Snyder out there. Grant has the ball out on that left side.
There's Ian Christie going for a drive across.
I saw that, and I thought they might they'd have a good look at the goal, but they're going to be patient. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Jason Hires with the drive. Unfortunately, doesn't get it off.
There's a scramble for the ball, and it is finally Tristan Fellberg picks it up, throws the outlet pass. Off now to number 6. That's Caleb Taroka. Taroka dumping it off. Right side, Angel Sanchez. 10 seconds. Ryan Brown trying to set that defense. 4 seconds to go. They may have to get a desperation shot. They do, and they score. Caleb Taroka with the goal, and it's now 10-10 with less than 3 minutes left to play here in period number 3. Jeffrey Orman, Jumbo Doherty with you at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Game 3 of this series. Happy Valentine's Day to all the special ladies in our life. Now what's the temperature? We were what? 7 below at game time. I wonder what it is now. You didn't have to walk down the hill, did you, Jumbo?
No, not today.
Good thing.
There's a look over the one spot. There's Sam Fuller. It's going to be an ejection on his defender, number 6.
And a shot blocked.
Pass from Ian Christie to Grant Snyder at the post.
And everybody back at full strength. Here comes the outlet pass. Joseph Starr bringing it up the right side of the pool. It looks like Campbell Harris. Well, Campbell Harris is going to switch off, I think, on the defense.
Air Force doing a good job of coming back on that center defender. There's going to be a turn at the one spot.
4 seconds left to go, and a shot and a score. Angel Sanchez, is that who? It's number 7, I think. Hunter Barnett. Yep. And CBU leads it by the score of 11-10 here in the third. We're at the 2:02 mark in period number 3.
It's going to be a 3-goal run for CBU.
Air Force trying to get above 500 with a win today. Sam Fuller. Grant Snyder has it.
Driving across there. He's going to get the pass down at 5. Henry Yavitt looks like he's trying to drive across for some better position.
Try to get that thing down low if they can.
Campbell Harris set to that 1-2 side. They want to get the ball over there.
Here's Grant Snyder. Let's see if he can work some more magic there.
Sam Fuller with a
There's
shot.
And punched out and behind the net. Tristan Fellberg with a nice play. He must have learned from Gabe Thorne. That's a Gabe Thorne move there. But Fellberg making a great play. So Gabe Thorne taking a breather here in the second half, and his replacement has been quite adequate. Thank you. Grant Snyder, I think, trying to go for the shot, loses the ball, or now deals it off to the right side. A lot of turbulence on that side of the pool. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Air Force.
Ian Shepard looking for Henry Yavitt. It's going to be a 5-meter. That was a great drawn penalty shot by Henry Yavitt there. It was a really good drive, got in front of his defender. And a good pass from Ian Shepard.
And it looks like it is going to be Campbell Harris who will draw the penalty shot. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He's perfect throughout the series. And make it 3 for 3. Campbell Harris. And that breaks the 3-goal run.
And if you'd believe it, we're tied again.
Yeah, this is more like the first game. Not too many secrets between these two teams going to next week's play. Look at Sam Fuller. Sam Fuller putting a lot of pressure on.
And Snyder also good lots of pressure there on his
ball. Ball's a little bit loose, but they still recover to the Lancers.
with a drive again. Anthony Tolbert coming out to steal that ball.
Kind of a risky play, was it, Jimbo? It worked, but is that something that you want to do?
That was a high IQ play by Anthony Tolbert coming out and meeting that defender on the drive there.
I'll tell you what, it was
Ian Shepard getting inside water on his defender on that 4-5 side. Grant Snyder driving down.
Henry Yavitt with it, 14 seconds.
Ian Shepard getting the ball over on that 4-5.
Falcons have a chance to go ahead with 40 seconds left to go here in the third period. A tight match here in this finale. They want to go down low. Ball is loose, and we have a whistle.
Ball up to Gavin Jones. It looks like he's going to take a shot.
Gavin's going to take a shot. He does right at the buzzer. He beat it. Air Force will take the lead 12-11, or will they? Yes, they will. Gavin Jones gets it off just as the buzzer sounds, and at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's a tight one, 12-11, Air Force on top of CBU. Coach Kevin Rosa, I think, discussing it with the official on the far side. There's no question the shot was off before the buzzer sounded.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Gavin Jones right over the goalie's head.
Yes, it was. So, another tight one as we go into the fourth and final quarter. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Jimbo Doherty.
Here's Cole Kupperud coming in for Sam Fuller.
This could shape up to be a nice little rivalry between these two schools. They have just played each other so close. The only real game was the 17-12 victory by the Lancers yesterday. Everything else has been a squeaker. I mean, it's we score, you score, we score, you score, and defense has been the key. Here's an opportunity again.
It's going to be a 5-meter on Cole Kupperud there. Number 20 drawing that penalty shot.
So it is going to be Anthony Tolbert facing, P.J. McDonough. Who else? And he hits in the right corner, and P.J. with another goal, P.J. McDonough. It's now 12-12. P.J. McDonough, senior out of Clovis, California.
This is going to be a really quick possession for the Air Force Falcons with 7 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, let's see if they'll try to dish it off to Grant Snyder. I think a timeout was just called by Air Force, as I think Ryan Brown probably saw the defensive alignment and wants to have a little chat about it. 7 seconds left to go in period number 3, and we're tied. We want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that in consultation with the United States Air Force Academy public health professionals, the Academy is allowing a limited number of cadets and player guests to intercollegiate home events. The Air Force Academy and all intercollegiate athletic events remain closed to the public. And that probably explains why a lot of our parents on senior day were unable to make the trip. They made so many changes. One thing you learn about the military, Jimbo, and I don't have to tell you this, you got to learn how to zig and zag, don't you?
Oh, yeah, you sure do.
The memo that you got at 9 may change at 9:05. While we have an opportunity, Jimbo, this is your second class year, junior year, and have you received your duty assignment yet? You get that this year, do you not?
We should be getting it at the end of this semester.
Okay. And, of course, another big event which I want to talk about is the ring dance coming up, where you get your class rings.
Yep, that's the last thing standing between me and my senior year.
There you go. What is your class motto this year?
Strength and sacrifice.
Strength and sacrifice. So whenever I hear class of 22, and I'll hear all of you respond with strength and sacrifice. There we go.
Sam Fuller with a good look in the middle of the cage.
Fires, and it's going to be punched out, and that is how we will close out period number 3. We're tied at 12. 8 more minutes, and maybe some more coming your way. At the end of 3 quarters of play, we're tied at 12. Heading for the 4th quarter, you're watching Air Force water polo. This is Falcon Vision. Getting ready to start the final 8 minutes of regulation here at the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. Jeffrey Orman along with Jimbo Doherty. Some quick numbers here. P.J. McDonough has 6 goals in this match. Campbell Harris and Alex Herjoy each with 3. So here we go, Jimbo, the final 8 minutes. How's this going to unveil? Now, we had a chance to kind of eavesdrop a little bit with Ryan Brown, who was standing below us, and just trying to find out exactly what he might have been telling his charges here as we get ready to start the final 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think the majority of what they're trying to do here is work on their shot placement. A lot of the shots that have been going in have been going right over the goalie's head, so if they can just keep that going, good shot placement, I think they can pull out the win on this one. And
here we go with the fourth tip, and this one is controlled by CBU. Zach Lowry winning the sprint.
Number 20 getting inside water there on Grant Snyder after the sprint.
Well, Corey Tanis really getting in the face of the Lancers there on defense. Here's Lowry working that right side. Will they try to center it? Yes, they will.
Grant Snyder's there to take the ball away from him.
He sure was. Good steal by Grant Snyder. And he will bring it up for Air Force. Falcons trying to maybe set up down in the middle. You know what? I wonder if Grant should just try to take it all the way. Nope, he's getting a little too much pressure right now. I was wondering because nobody was picking him up. There's 5 seconds left to go.
There's
4
Gavin
seconds on the shot
Jones.
clock. There's a shot on the score.
Tell you can't stop him. He's got an absolute rocket. It's another goal for Gavin Jones.
13-12 now in favor of the Air Force Academy.
Here's Ian Shepard coming in. Grant Snyder's going to take a quick break.
Well, they may need him for a stretch run. He probably, I don't know, they won't, I'm not sure they're going to keep him out for very long, Jimbo, there.
Oh, I don't think so.
game is just too tight on the line.
Here's Sam coming back on the center defender. His man's going to drive down. Corey Tanis is there to pick him up.
And Falcons now drifting in the center. There's at least 3 Falcons in front of the cage.
Sam Fuller.
How about Sam with a nice steal?
There's a really good steal by Sam Fuller. It looks like they're going to be up on this counterattack as well.
Anthony Tolbert, who's gone all the way in the cage for Air Force today.
Gavin Jones looks like he's going to be open with that 2-on-1 on the 4-5 side with Jason Hires. He's going to walk it in. Looking at Jason.
All right.
With a shot.
A shot, and it's blocked very, very nicely. That is Felberg who got his hands on it. 13-12. Falcons leading it.
There's the ball dumped to the 4-5 side of the pool for CBU.
As we said in yesterday's game, folks, don't wander too far. Another good defensive battle as Lowry getting a lot of pressure in the corner.
Number 13 with good center position for CBU.
And there's McDonough and another shot and a score. McDonough with his 7th goal of the match.
It's going to be hard to drop off him without a goal going in the cage.
Pair of 13s. 13-13. Less than 6 minutes left to go in regulation. Falcons have got Sam Fuller out there.
Number 3 with immediate pressure. Gavin Jones looking for Ian Shepard driving down to the 5 spot. Henry Abbott looks like he's going to try to come across with the drive.
That's exactly what they want to try and do there. There's Sam Fuller, and Sam has that ball out on the up high. Want to go down low.
In the center, that's going to be an ejection on number 5, Corey Tanis drawing that one.
That is going to be McDonough who goes out, so let's see if the Falcons can take advantage of the power play. They've had a pretty good day in that department. Biggest story is they've been able to hold the Lancers in check. So 16 seconds. Still can be patient. Shot, score!
Henry Abbott. You saw him do it earlier. You'll see him do it again. Very well placed shot by Henry. And the goalie just could not stop him there.
Henry Abbott with another score. It's 14-13. Falcons are on top.
There's Grant Snyder back in the pool.
No surprise there. No surprise there. Here come the Lancers with the ball. Once again, the pressure defense being put on.
4-5 drop for the Air Force defense. Sam Fuller and Campbell Harris dropping on that center. Number 20 is going to drive across.
Zach Lowry. Here's Angel Sanchez.
It's Grant Snyder getting ejected.
All right, so now a timeout will be called, as apparently that was not the offense that the Lancers wanted to run. And head coach Kevin Rosa says, boys, we're going to have a chat. Comes with 5:06 left to play in regulation. Air Force leads CBU 14-13. We'll take a break. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. .506 left to play in regulation. Jeffrey Orman, Jimbo Doherty with you here at the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. 14-13, Air Force is on top. CBU calling a timeout, obviously not happy with the offensive set, so they're going to maybe get that straightened up as Zach Lowry gets the touch. They work that left side of the cage. Falcons packing it down low. Here's a throw off to the right side. And a shot, and it hits the side of the post, and this one is tipped in.
Number 20 picking up that goal there.
That's Zach Lowry. And it's 14 apair.
Tied up once again. Air Force looking for another goal here.
I get a moment. I'll see how many times we've had a tie in this match. almost a carbon copy of the first game. A little higher scoring. All right, in the pool you have Grant Snyder. Yevit back there. Back to Grant. Let's see how Air Force will deploy. I think Campbell Harris going down low off to Henry Yevit.
Here's Gavin Jones.
Gavin Jones on the right side. There's a dive for the ball on that right wing. Getting inside the 2-meter line and 11 on the shot clock.
Henry Yavit drawing another exclusion. He is really good at that.
Time for Air Force to make it count right here. On the right side. Fresh 30 on the clock, obviously. Snyder waving the ball around. They work the left side. Want to make sure you get your opportunities and then finish. Here is Sam Fuller's going to fire it.
Fortunately, it doesn't go in.
Felberg knocked it away. In relief of Gabe Thorne, who started this match. Tristan Felberg in relief, and not a bad 1-2 combination for the Lancers, I don't think. 14-14. Here's a shot and a score and a go-ahead goal, and that is number 7. That's Hunter Barnett. Lancers definitely have the overwhelming advantage over the Air Force Academy Falcons in goal celebrations.
They do love their celebrations.
Yes, they do. Falcons trying for the equalizer. It's been like this all match long. I think the biggest advantage is well, I'll check that. I think it's been almost a 2-goal advantage, but it's been covered very quickly.
Here's Henry Yavit down at the 5 spot with the ball. Jason Hires looking for a drive across the pool.
Shot clock becoming an issue. 6 seconds here.
Here's Gavin Jones.
2 seconds, and they're not going to get it off.
That's going to be a tip. Tip out from the goalie. Air Force is going to get the ball back.
Time to take advantage.
And the referee is going to take that one back and give it to CBU.
3:16 left to play here in regulation. And here we go. Time for Air Force to tighten up that D. It's been a pretty defensive match so far. Time to really put the screws down on the defensive side and try to get a transition perhaps going. Here's Lowry. Zach Lowry with the ball. Dishes off to the right side to Angel Sanchez.
So Angel 5 is going to get the drive.
And he throws it long, but no drama there. Cameron Cullen retrieves it. And the shot, and knocked away. Anthony Tolbert.
You see Jason Hires in there doing a great job on defense, legging number 5 out. And that's going to be key to shutting down that CBU offense.
Jason Hires among the leaders in the country in field blocks. And Sam Fuller. Sam Fuller getting that ball and working it off to the left side.
Air Force is going to try to swing the ball over to the 4-5 for Campbell Harris centering on that side. Now Grant Snyder and Jason Hires are going to work that 4-5 drop. Jason with a look.
Shot is blocked by Felberg, and that got a reaction from his teammates on the far side. His teammates love that one, 15-14. Safe to say that the Lancers, their strength is definitely in the goal. They've got 2 darn good goaltenders there in Thorne and Felberg. I've been very impressed with both of them. Here's Angel Sanchez. Throwing up the right side, trying to get inside, and there's a shot and a big goal for CBU there. They go up by 2, 16-14.
20 with another interesting celebration there.
1:55 left to go in the match. Corey Tanis checking into the pool for Air Force. Cupperroot is also in there. Sam Fuller. Grant Snyder and the Falcons have got to make something happen. Falcons have got to do something on on this trip down into the pool. Try and cut it to a one-goal deficit if they can.
Over to Grant Snyder on the 4-5 side.
Grant Snyder waving that ball, shoots, and he scores. That's big.
With a defender on him, goalie locked on him, he still sneaks the ball in there.
16-15 now. Now it comes down to the defense, Jimbo. The defense has got to play tough. 1:35. There's still some time on the clock. And here we go. Sam Fuller again will be putting the pressure on. Getting those hands up. Grant Snyder will draw his man.
Here's Gavin Jones playing center defender there.
Gavin Jones will have to make some big plays in the center. Lowry, they double team him.
CBU working that 4-5 side drop. Ball going to go over to the one spot, into the center.
6 seconds on the shot clock, and Air Force is going to get the steal.
Help by Jason Hires there, stealing the ball from inside.
What did we just finish saying about him? On the field blocks, obviously, but playing some good defense. They needed it. Now, can Air Force convert on this side of the pool?
Jason Hires might be open on that 4-5 side. He is.
Jason Hires with that ball. He's going to let it fly. Blocked by the goalie, Frelberg. 16-15, 43 ticks of the clock, and now CBU will try to peel some time off.
A timeout for CBU.
And we'll go ahead and take one as well with 38 seconds left to go in regulation. CBU leading the Air Force Academy 16-15. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. All right, here we go with 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Jeffrey Orman, Jimbo Doherty with you as CBU has just concluded their timeout. Jimbo, their strategy with 38 seconds left to go and 22 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Jeffrey, I think they're going to try to drain as much time out of the shot clock as possible, and then I think they're going to go for a goal with probably 10 seconds left in the shot. Therefore, only giving the Air Force team 16 seconds on offense.
All right, so the pressure on that Air Force defense right now as they are only down by 1.
There's that 10-second mark.
Here is a ball is loose. Do we have an
ejection there?
That could be big.
Gavin Jones.
That could be big.
And CBU is going to try to drain the rest of the clock out.
23 seconds left to play in regulation. CBU leading at 16-15. Angel Sanchez out there along with Doherty. Do we have another timeout called? I think we've got another timeout called, so we'll take one as well with 23 seconds left to go. Let's hold and see if that is indeed the case. Okay, they're ready to go. All right. Coach Rosa sends his charges out. You might have heard Coach Ryan Brown said, I'm ready. I don't want them to talk about it. They don't want to plot the strategy. So 23 ticks of the clock. You can bet that Air Force is going to put a lot of pressure on, see if they can create some mistakes here. Here's Angel Sanchez. Angel pushing it up. 12 seconds left to go here in regulation. Sanchez in no hurry, throws it across. 7 seconds left to go in the match. They've pulled the goalie, has Air Force, so Tolbert will try to get in there. 2 seconds.
And they're going to steal the ball there.
There's a steal. Copeland's going to have to fire. It's high, and that is going to be the conclusion of the match. Cole Copperroot did get the steal. He had a last look, and he fired the shot, and it was too high, and CBU, California Baptist University, comes away with a 1-goal victory. They take the series 2-1, a 16-15 win over the Air Force Academy. Well, Jimbo, another tight one.
Yep, it sure was. I mean, we knew that coming into it. They were tied throughout the pretty much entire game. We saw some really good offense, some really good defense, and some really cool celebrations also. Really sick celebrations.
And the Lancers will have a chance to continue that act when the two teams head out to Riverside, when the Falcons go out to Riverside next weekend. And if those games are any indication of what we saw this weekend, this could be a dandy. So CBU takes 2 out of 3 to win the series. Gives us an opportunity to thank some folks who made this all possible. The behind-the-scenes crew of Dave Toller, who's also our sports information director for water polo here at the Air Force Academy. Brandon Idle, who directed and produced and made sure that the trains ran on time. Thank you, Brandon, for your help. Very special thanks to Ryan Brown for being so cooperative with his time during the postgame. And my broadcast partner from the Thunderbirds, squadron number 27, Jimbo Doherty. Jimbo, listen, best of luck to you, my friend. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and hopefully we'll see you down there, but it's nice to have you up here as well.
Thanks,
good luck.
Jeffrey.
All right, we'll see you. Good luck for you at the end of your junior year and moving into your senior year as well. Also, we want to send a special shout-out to the Sports Information Director for California Baptist, Andrew Shortoff, for providing us with all the notes. Thank you, Andrew, and I think you're going to see a good one next week. So, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Jeffrey Orman. We'll have a post-game report with Ryan Brown. We'll take a break and come back as the California Baptist Lancers win at 16-15 over the United States Air Force Academy in the home finale. We'll take a break and be back with our postgame. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Back once again here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. I'm Jeffrey Orman, joined now by the Air Force Academy water polo head coach Ryan Brown. The Falcons drop a 16-15 decision to CBU in the season finale. Coach, breaking it down, what did you see?
Same thing we talked about all weekend. They're a fantastic team. We're pretty evenly matched. Obviously, all the games were close and fought all the way down to the end. We got to do a better job on 6-on-5, but credit their goalkeeper in there. He made some great saves down the stretch, and they made some big stops on our opportunities down in that fourth quarter. So hands off to their goalkeeper, but we got to put shots away.
All right, you have an off week before you go back and play. Guess who? CBU once again. What will you tell the team? And I have a feeling some intense workouts, probably working on power plays, I would imagine, this weekend. This week.
Yeah, we'll take a small break, and then next two games are versus Cal Baptist again. So we'll get on with them, and we'll play them 2 more times, and then we'll play Pepperdine, and then it's off to the championships.
All right. Any probably not a lot of personnel changes, I'm guessing. You've pretty much rotated your goalies. You've had a chance to see what everybody can do. I would imagine it's do what we do and try to improve on what we need to get done.
Absolutely. We do a lot of things well. We need to clean up about 3 different areas, and then I think we're going to be great.
Let's talk about those 3 areas. Obviously, the power play situation will be one, and the other 2, and I know you mentioned to me at practice on Friday, finish. I think that's the mantra of just about every sport. You get the opportunity, you got to finish.
Yep, that would be number 2. So 6-on-5 power play stuff. And then opportunities, we got to put those away. Open opportunities, those need to be put away. And then the other one is we got to make sure we block the easy blocks. We missed a few easy blocks in all 3 games that our goalkeepers should have, that are routine blocks. And we set up where we want the shot to come from, and is them coming there. And I think we gotta get those saves, and we let too many of those in this weekend.
All right, and hopefully that will be worked out this next couple of weeks, and then you go back and do battle with CBU again, and obviously every game from there on in. Not necessarily a preparation from the WWPA, but will you play them as if they were playoff games?
Absolutely. We play to win every single game. We're going 100% every single game. We're not holding anything back. It's not fair to these kids, not fair to your opponents. You got to play to win every game.
Ryan, I want to thank you so very, very much. It's been a short visit this year, unfortunately, because of the COVID, but thank you, and to your players and to everybody for making this possible. As always, I've had a wonderful time, and thank you for the burritos, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Ryan Brown, the head coach of the Air Force Academy men's water polo team, week off, back to CBU. CBU wins the home finale by the score of 16-15. For our entire cast and crew of Falcon Vision, I'm Jeffrey Orman, bidding you a very pleasant good morning, and to the ladies in our lives, a happy Valentine's Day. This has been Air Force Academy Water Polo on Falcon Vision.